So Mary's going to share with you sort of her life change story, how she's come. We do these every week, and then we're going to baptize her. And so I can't wait for her to share with you.
I grew up in a very abusive home. I grew up in an abusive home with parents that didn't really believe in God. My stepfather was Catholic, but I'd never in 12 years seen him go to church. And he was the abuser in the home. So that gave me kind of a bad taste for church and religion. I moved out of my home at 17, out on my own, got into drugs, had children young, and dealt with depression, suicidal attempts, and all of that. I've been married and divorced twice. It's not been an easy road. And the first week in August, Corey and I had already planned out. We didn't like it here. Springfield was awful. We're leaving. And we had my kids down here for a couple weeks, and short on funds. We had been to the food pantry and found out about church at the center. And they give free dinner on Sundays. And there was 5 of us that needed to eat. So we showed up for the food and got so much more. By the time that we left, they were talking about second Sundays where you go out and serve. And it was the first time since I was 17 that I actually was like, I cannot wait to go to church. However, I had already set a plan in motion, and I was supposed to be leaving to Utah. I had my bus ticket. I was scheduled to go. I was leaving. And I came to a launch meeting on the Wednesday night. I was supposed to leave the following Sunday morning. And I hung around. I wanted to talk to Audrey, but she had left. So I was like, where's your wife? I need to talk to her. I did the same thing today because I was nervous. She's awesome. And Mark called her, and I went over there, and we prayed about it and talked, and I wrestled for the next 2 days of that control. I like control in my life. I was doing a horrible job at it, but I liked having control of my life. I decided not to go, which meant we were living on one income and no utilities. And it was scary, but I found a profound peace. I finally felt like there was someplace that I belonged and had a sense of self-worth again. And since then, I'm now working, and we're looking at apartments, and God's doing a much better job with my life than what I was.
All right, we got caught up in that portion. Okay. Mental note. No more baptisms after passionate worship. Make a note of that. We're going to baptize Mary right now. And Pastor Bob from Schweitzer Church is going to come, and he's going to do this with us. And if you would come in. Down in the room. Baptism is a sacrament. A sacrament means something that we believe Jesus told us to do as his church. And we have 2 of those that we administer and that we honor. And one is the sacrament of baptism. The other is communion, which we do once a month here on the first Sunday. So baptism is an outward sign that we do in response to the inward work that God has done within us. So we're going to do a full immersion baptism today, which is an amazing picture of Mary dying to her old self and old life and being raised to new life in Christ. And so I just invite you to support her.
Actually, Mark got it right. We are burying the old person. The old person is being buried. The new person is coming up. Mary, if you love Jesus, you want to listen and follow him. Amen. Mary, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God, make you a disciple. Woo!